Space here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is Tariq versus Kane, the final battle. Now, I sit here to let you guys know I did not expect Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 to be the final season for Power Book 2 Ghost, and apparently the actors did not expect that. Nobody expected that whatsoever. So as I sit here and I talk to you guys about the final battle between Kane and Tariq, I never thought that it would actually potentially be the final battle. Power Book 2 Ghosts will be forever known as the Tejada saga. It is literally the Tejada saga, as the beginning of Book 2 Ghosts pretty much picked up where Book 1 left off at. When Tariq encountered the Tejadas and Zeke and all of them, things changed forever. And the Tejadas became involved not only with Tariq in terms of business and his involvement with Zeke, but his involvement with his mother. They were involved with who his lawyer was. They were involved with his school life. They literally became about his entire life. An element of people who were never presented in Book 1 whatsoever became such a big part. And though this story was always meant to be the story of Tariq and Monet, this story, in my opinion, has turned into a saga about Tariq and Brayden's growth throughout their experiences with the Tejadas, who are major players in the situation. A lot of the story of Book 2 Ghosts is dominantly about Tariq and about his growth into becoming who he's supposed to be, while at the same time it's about the rise and the balance and the fall of the Tejada family. Because if you really look at it right now, the Tejada family preparing to go to war with Tariq is a weak Tejada family compared to who they were in the very beginning. They still had Lorenzo. They still had leadership. They were still close together. They still had a lot of presence in the streets. And don't get it twisted, they've grown stronger in some places, only for us to find out that other family members are jealous of other family members, with Lorenzo taking a favoring to Drew to take over as the leader, where Monet was grooming Kane to be the leader because she never saw Drew or Diana as the ones that would lead the family, with a conflict with Monet and Lorenzo butting heads when Lorenzo gets out of prison, with Monet used to being the leader while Lorenzo comes to assume that he's the leader again. There's a lot of conflict in the Tejada family. And so with that being said, Tariq and Kane, their conflict comes surely from jealousy. Basically, Kane has always been jealous of Tariq. It was like, no matter what Tariq did, no matter how much Tariq tried to look out for him, no matter what, he would do anything he could to take Tariq down. Ever since the very first season, he's always been about taking Tariq out. That has been his motto for the entire time. Like season 1, season 2, season 3, it was always a plot to take Tariq out. Even with season 3 seeming to be the season they had the most balance, or the most where they kind of worked together pretty well, towards the end, Kane went right back to being who he was, and let's take Tariq out and let's make Tariq take the fall. And with season 4 being all about war and conflict, you do know this is setting the stage for the last battle between them. And so, with that being said, I've always talked about Tariq's fighting skills. I've always talked about how we want Tariq to do better, how we want Tariq to grow, how we want him to be stronger, and how we want him to have that one last fight with Kane, as if to avenge himself. Kane deserves a beatdown from Tariq. With all the things he has done towards Tariq from season 1 to season 2 to season 3, he deserves to be beaten by Tariq by hands, not by just guns or wits. But Tariq deserves to put them hands on that boy and beat him down into the ground. Because if there was any character that was asking for an ass whipping, it definitely was Kane. And though we sympathize with Kane and we like his growth that he had in season 3, there's still the stuff of chasing Effie, trying to still set Tariq up, even trying to the very end, trying to take that man out. He deserves his beatdown, his defeat, his death. But I've said before, Kane is the only character I think, him and Effie are the only two I think that can actually get a spin-off after Book 2 Ghost West to end. I would love to see the stories continue with them. Now with Brayden, it would be interesting, but if Brayden gets a spin-off as well, but it's pretty much how they set the stage with Brayden. So that's pretty much all I can say about that. That I could see one with him, especially with the new development his character has, but you never know. Either way it go, when it comes down to it, this last battle between Tariq and Kane, because it's going to be the finale, is pretty much, some Tejadas are going down, I think, from the very first episode all the way into the mid-finale to the last finale. This is going to be about pretty much the true fall of the Tejada family, the true ending of the Tejada family. And this is possibly just, again, book 2 may be just centered on the Tejadas and their saga and how it began and how it was in the middle and how it ended. That's pretty much what I can see in regards to that storyline. But we'll see definitely how these things eventually end up playing out with them. The final battle between Cain and Tariq should be a good battle. It should end with Tariq defeating Cain, especially if he earns it, and moving on. Whether he decides to take Cain out or whether he decides to just beat him down and live with the fact that he knew he was defeated is entirely up to his character, but he has to, in my opinion, defeat Cain in order to have growth. Especially that final battle has to be in Book 2 Ghosts, ending the Tejada saga with Tariq St. Patrick as he and Braden and whoever his allies are move on. But I'll look forward to that. I hope you guys do too. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy, Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect. Hold it down. And